There is a path through the hills above this village that does not appear on any map I have found. It appears on the land. You can see it best in the early morning, when the light comes in low from the east, and the grass holds shadows. A worn line, slightly lower than what surrounds it, curving around the shoulder of a hill and down toward the river valley in a way that no road engineer would choose. Roads avoid curves. This path chose every one of its curves for a reason. I have walked part of it twice. Both times I found no one. The transhumanous roots of Epirus are among the oldest continuous human traces in this part of the world. For centuries, perhaps longer, the Sarakatsani moved their flocks between the high summer pastures and the low winter plains, along paths they did not invent, but inherited. The route was not written down, it was walked. A father walked it, and a son walked behind him, and the son became the father, and the path remained. What the shepherd knows is not a map, it is a body. He knows where the ground softens after rain, and will take an animal's leg. He knows the spring that runs late into summer, and the one that lies about itself in June. He knows the particular behavior of wind on that hillside, the way it turns without warning near the old oak, the way sound carries differently above the tree line. He knows which stones are fixed and which will move under weight. He knows the hour of the day by the temperature of the air on his forearms. None of this was written down, because it cannot be written down. It lives only in the repetition of the walk. I am standing now on the path above the village. The grass is bent to the side, along the route, as if something had passed through it recently, though nothing has. The bending is old. The grass grows already shaped by what it remembers. Heraclitus said that the way up and the way down are one and the same. He was speaking of something else. But here, on a path that has been walked in both directions for more generations than anyone has counted, the words settle without effort. The path does not go from here to there. It goes. The shepherd's knowledge is not knowledge of destination. It is knowledge of passage. I walk a little further. The village drops behind the hill and is gone. The light is changing now, as it always does here. Not gradually, but in one quiet decision. The morning becomes itself. The path continues without me. I can see it ahead, curving around a limestone outcrop and disappearing into the low scrub. Somewhere beyond that, the high pastures. Beyond those, the plain. I do not follow it further. I sit for a moment on a flat stone at the edge of the route, not on it, beside it, and I think about how much has moved through this particular corridor of air. Not just the flocks and the men who followed them, but the cold, the dust, the specific smell of lanolin and thyme and summer ending, year after year, on this hillside, in this light. The stone is warm already. The path goes on. I do not know what the shepherd knows, but I am beginning to understand that it is not information. It is attention, accumulated over a long time, until the land and the body are no longer distinguishing between themselves. I walk back down toward the village. The path holds its shape behind me.